Today is Saturday, June 11th, 2022. It is day 124 of Blender, and today, recently I've been kind of, working in, or like looking into geometry nodes. And so, yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm just going to literally do the most basic thing right now. I'm going to add a new geometry node. This is the input, this is the output. So apparently, if I go into edit mode, right, this is my original mesh. And so if I do Shift A and I kind of search for like a transform node and I kind of just put it in there, and then I change the location of it. So like, let's say on the Y, change it like here, something like over there. Here's the difference between the input and then the output. The input is what you see in edit mode, is the primitive shape here. This is the shape that you started out with. The output is this shape right here. It's basically the one that is outputted after all of the nodes are applied, or I guess it goes through all the nodes. Does that make sense? It's basically the output after the nodes are calculated, right? And then the input is basically the original shape that we had it in, and the original position and everything. So transform is one node that we can use, and that just simply moves it around. So that's the only one I've learned so far. Shift A, there's also, I think there's a cone, there's a cube. Let me see, what other shape are there? Oh, UV sphere. Let's say I want to have a UV sphere. Just want to put that in there instead of using the input. Just gonna get rid of that input. So now I have a UV sphere, and I go into edit mode, but I still see the primitive shape, which is the cube in edit mode. But I don't have to use that shape. I can just use a UV sphere, and then I can just increase the segments of it. So that increases the segments, and if you go into wireframe mode, you can see really what that does. So you can see that when I increase the segments, it obviously increases the segments. And then the amount of rings are basically, the amount of rings. So we could do kind of like, ooh, I can make a dice. That's actually pretty cool. So if I set the rings to 0, oh, not 0, maybe 1, 4. Let me do 3, 2. There we go. So if I set it to 2, it kind of makes kind of like a dice, which I think is pretty cool. And then I could also put in a transform here, just like I had it before, right? And then it transforms it, moving it, whatever. But if I go into edit mode, notice that it's not a UV sphere or that whatever shape that is, because we started off with the cube, which is the input, which we're not even using. And then I added an actual shape, which is just a UV sphere. And then I added a transform, so it's a UV sphere, and then I changed it so that it becomes kind of like this shape-looking diamond dice thing, and then I transformed it, so in other words, I moved it, and then that's what's outputting in the screen over here. So yeah, yesterday I did a cone, and then I did a lamp with that. So yeah, I did the lamp shade with geometry nodes. And yeah, which I think was pretty easier than doing it with modeling. I think I've done a lamp before. I don't remember though. And then today, I did a UV sphere, but then I used it to kind of make this dice looking shape, which I think is pretty cool. So I'm gonna just change it back to 0, and yeah, that's pretty much all I was gonna do today. I just wanted to do like something really quick and small and simple. Okay, bye.